Clocking in just under 4 hours, the extended edition of The Two Towers adds nearly 45 minutes of footage to the theatrical cut. Unlike the slower, moodier pace of Fellowship, Two Towers is more action-driven and narratively expansive, jumping between three major storylines: Frodo and Sam's journey with Gollum, Aragorn's rise as a leader at Helm's Deep, and Merry and Pippin's encounter with Treebeard. The extended runtime pays off by deepening Rohan's culture, adding vital backstory, like Boromir and Faramir's relationship, and enhancing Treebeard's scenes, which felt rushed theatrically. However, some viewers may find the constant shifting between plotlines a little jarring at times. Story versus Tolkien's book adapting The Two Towers is no small feat. Tolkien's novel is less linear, with events grouped by character arcs rather than simultaneous timelines. Jackson restructures the narrative chronologically, making it more cinematic, but also taking liberties with character portrayals. Most notably, Faramir is portrayed as more suspicious and tempted by the ring, diverging from Tolkien's purer, nobler version. This was controversial among fans, but it adds dramatic tension and a redemption arc. Aragorn's near-death and dream sequence with Arwen were entirely invented to highlight his emotional struggle, a creative liberty that humanizes him further. Elves arriving at Helm's Deep is not in the book, but it adds grandeur and stakes to the battle. Overall, the film remains true in tone and theme, emphasizing the cost of war, the rise of unlikely heroes, and the fading beauty of an old world. The cast expands and evolves beautifully. Elijah Wood continues to carry Frodo's burden with aching fragility. Sean Astin, Samwise, is a scene-stealer, delivering some of the trilogy's most heartfelt moments. Andy Serkis's debut as Gollum Smeagol is revolutionary, blending motion capture, physical acting, and psychological complexity into a landmark performance. Viggo Mortensen fully steps into Aragorn's mantle, balancing resolve with doubt. Bernard Hill, King Theoden, brings regal depth and tragedy to a once-broken king. Miranda Otto, Éowyn, makes a powerful debut, portraying inner strength and longing. Carl Urban, Éomer, impresses with a mix of fury and nobility. David Wenham, Faramir, plays a haunted soul seeking his father's approval. No weak links, just a deep bench of committed, grounded performances. This is where The Two Towers shines brightest. Gollum, created by Weta Digital and based on Serkis's performance, is a milestone in CGI. He's expressive, tragic, and fully believable. The Battle of Helm's Deep is one of the greatest cinematic battles ever filmed. Dark, brutal, and perfectly paced. The Ents' march on Isengard, enhanced in the extended edition, is visually poetic and thematically resonant. The miniatures, practical effects, and CG blending make Middle-earth feel vast and real. Few fantasy films have equaled this level of craftsmanship since. Audiences responded with awe and reverence. The film was a critical and box office success, solidifying Jackson's trilogy as a once-in-a-generation cinematic event. The extended edition is often seen as the most improved of the three, fixing pacing issues and restoring lore that Tolkien fans appreciate. While Fellowship was an introduction and Return a conclusion, The Two Towers functions as the emotional and thematic spine of the trilogy, raising the stakes and sharpening character arcs. Intense battle sequences, fantasy violence, and thematic weight. Despite the darker tone, the film remains accessible to teens and avoids gratuitous gore, focusing instead on emotional consequences and heroic resilience. Verdict: a gripping middle chapter that deepens the world, raises emotional stakes, and delivers groundbreaking visuals. Gollum's arrival and Helm's Deep alone make this a fantasy masterclass, film rating 9 out of 10,